Welcome to Jessie at Home. In today's video, I have a super satisfying transformation video for you. I am super excited about this video. We are turning this swamp of an in-ground pool into a beautiful blue backyard lagoon. It is going to be so amazing. I am just so excited to share with you the entire process. If you are new here, my husband and I just bought this house in April, and we really didn't get a good look at the pool, because we bought it during the pandemic, the COVID situation, so it was a little bit difficult to really visit the house before we bought it. We knew that it needed a new liner. That was told to us, and they did leave a liner for us, but they did not really, had no idea the scope of work that was needed to get this pool going. This is a complete disaster. It was what I think they said it's called a floating liner, where there was water pushing underneath the liner, and it was just really, honestly, the main drain had popped up. Like, it was a complete utter disaster, and I cannot believe we managed to flip it around, transform it into a beautiful brand new looking swimming pool that my family can enjoy. So definitely hit that subscribe button, definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. This is the third series in my outdoor transformation videos. I did that little cabana in the background. I totally redid that while waiting to get parts for this pool, because we had to order parts, and it was just a complete and utter stressful situation to make sure that we did everything that we could to turn this pool around.
He got these yellow brown eyes and a smile on his face when he tells me he wants me. From the feelings I can hide when I dance and I sway with his arms tight around me. And sure, I messed it up a little later on, but just for now I'll keep dancing. He and his yellow brown eyes and the smile at this point got the air feeling vibrant. Yeah, got the air feeling vibrant. Feels like the ceiling is high in this club, 'cause right now every move gets me soaring. And when the music's so loud I can't speak, but I sure like to feel it when he's near me. Now ain't it typical, I'm so predictable, but just for now I'll keep dancing. Here with these yellow brown eyes and the smile at this point really gets me excited.
We had a couple local pool companies come out and to give us quotes, but they really honestly didn't want to touch it. They didn't answer the phone, they didn't answer emails. Like, it was really hard to get a straight answer on if they wanted to do this pool or not. And thankfully, my brother stepped up. He used to do pools. He now has a couple businesses, handyman services and things like that. So when he pops up on the screen, I will link all his information. If you're in the Maryland, Delaware area and you need some like light construction, handyman, landscaping, any sort of thing, you can go to him, and he does amazing work. So he said, "I got you, sis." And he took over for us and ordered all the parts we need and really helped us figure it out, because we were at a loss. Like, this wasn't just a liner change out, this was a really big, intense job. So I am super happy that he really stepped up and helped us out.
At sundown, come down, think about where we are. It's a long way up to everything that we want. But if we take a moment to get closer to the things we love, it's not a long way to the spot where we already are. Stay here under the palm tree.
So while we were waiting for my brother to get there, he lives about an hour away. My husband, who was in the white shirt and the goofy hat, my husband's best friend Brian in the red shirt, and his son Keith in the gray shirt, and I worked on getting the pool prepped so that when my brother got there, he could just take charge and we can really start doing what we need to do to put this new liner in. I was busy spray painting all of the rust spots so that it would stop stop it from rusting more. I'm just using some Rust-Oleum, and they were busy pulling out the liner and the little foam and just kind of cleaning up the area so we could get right to work when my brother got there.
Too much for your tangled mind. Don't know what's worse, the waiting or the frustration. It's hard to care about you. I watch you fall apart, like pouring water over your fading spark. Isn't it enough already? Isn't it enough now, baby? Isn't it enough, 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 enough? We keep on riding on the freeway, keep pretending that it's pretense. Sinking down low, the further we go, the better it feels.
This handsome guy is my brother Andrew. He is the one that ordered all the parts and was just like, you know what, let's get this done. He hustled so hard and kind of just took control of all of us crazy running monkeys, chickens with our head cut off. He just took control and made sure that we were doing what we were supposed to be doing. He hand troweled all the walls so that they were smooth and the way they were supposed to be, because as you can see, some of them were falling down. Him and his fiance Ashley have two businesses. One is a mobile pub, which is really neat. They transformed a little camper into a mobile pub that you can have at your weddings or any kind of awesome events. And he also does a handyman, landscaping, like whatever you need done, remodels, renovations, anything you need done. He has a handyman business, and he does really amazing work. So I will list all of those details if you want to check them out, if you're in the Maryland, Delaware area, and you need any of that type of work done, or you have an event that you want. They both do amazing work. So like I said, I will leave them in the description box below. You can contact them and see if they are fit for you, which they are, because they're amazing. Here is my favorite part, which is when we finally pull the liner over the pool and it starts to look like a pool. It starts to look like a pool that you want to get in and enjoy.
Take my advice, take my advice. Let go, I wanted you. I know, you feel it too. Cut loose, before we sink into the ocean's blue, the ocean, the ocean, the ocean.
So once we pulled the liner over the whole pool, we had to get the corners tucked in so that it would start to hold underneath the white coping around the pool. You just kind of stick the edge of the liner in these little grooves and it just stays there, which is kind of magic to me. I know in a lot of areas it's concrete pools, but just in my area we always do in-ground liner pools. I don't know if it's just because of our harsh winters or what, but we always just do liner pools and it's really, really neat. I've never seen a liner change out like this before, and it was really, really neat to be a part of it and to see what all goes into an in-ground pool.
We sink into the ocean's blue, the ocean, the ocean, the ocean. I hear we sink into the ocean, the ocean blue, the ocean. I wanna leave and finally be free, free of all our expectations. No more couple invitations. I wanna let go. I wanted you. I know, you feel it too. Cut loose, before we sink into the ocean's blue, the ocean, the ocean, the ocean.
So once the liner was in, it was definitely not over. We had to add a little bit of water, and then it was time to suction. We stuck a hose behind the liner and taped up all of the skimmers and things like that. That way we could like vacuum seal it to the sides of the pool while we put the water in to make sure there was no wrinkles and make sure that it was absolutely perfect. My brother worked so hard. Like I said, it was the hottest day of the year. It was like 96 degrees in the morning, and then it just got hotter from there, which is good when installing a pool because you want that liner to get really hot. That way it's more flexible and can be worked with a lot easier. But yeah, it was a very long, hot, tough day, but we all worked together and it just turned out so amazing.
I know I do. Just want your sunny days. I want you. Just want your sunny days. I want you. Just want your sunny days. I want you. Just want your sunny days. I want you.
So the vacuum pump that we had bought, the orange one, was just not working out. Like, it didn't have the right attachment, so they rigged a perfect attachment to work with the regular shop vac, and my husband is just drilling holes in a pipe in order to get the suction to work properly. And after they finally figured this out, it totally erased all of the wrinkles all around the pool, and it just looked so good.
But in the sunshine, it feels so easy, baby.
We finally have water, and my brother finally got in there. He was working his butt off and wanted to take the first little dip, and I just love watching this and fast forward to see all the water just filling up that deep end so fast. It was just really amazing to see this all in one day go from a swamp to a beautiful swimmable pool. So once you have everything vacuum sealed, you want to install your trim work and then cut out the liner around your skimmers and your jets and things like that. I found this part really satisfying. I really liked seeing the trim work go in and then the liner cut. Like, I thought that was like super really cool. Like, I don't know, I would be nervous to do it myself, but since he knew what it was doing, I felt very confident that it was going to be fine. But that's always kind of nerve-wracking when you're cutting into the liner, because once it's cut, you can't go back.
Fired all of the bullets. Yeah, you shot.
We also ordered a new pool light, and my brother was desperately trying to get it installed before we got the second batch of water, which he was cutting it super close. It was a little bit more complicated than it should have been. Like everything with this house and this pool, everything was just a little bit more complicated than it needed to be, but he got it done and it looks so good. This was the part my husband was most excited about, was the pool light. Like from the very beginning, he's like, we gotta get the pool light in, and now we have a pool light and it makes everyone happy, and it looks so neat at night when you want to have a night swim.
Celebrate. Hey, what's your style? What you drinking? What's your vibe? I've been feeling rather sad in the corner of my glass. Boy, what's your style? What you drinking? What's your vibe? I've been feeling rather sad. Oh yeah. Don't be mean. You're here all alone and you know.
It was definitely a time to celebrate, because it was a long, hard journey to get from where we started when we first unraveled the pool to where it is now, and I am just so thankful for all my family and friends for pulling together to make this happen, because this is definitely going to be the spot to hang out this summer and for years and years to come. We're going to make so many amazing memories here with my nieces and my nephews and my kids and their friends, and I am just so excited to make all these memories here in this house. And we were so happy to finally get in, because it was such a long, hard journey to get here. It took a lot of prep, a lot of a lot of steps to get where we were. Hard to believe that's where we started, and then by the end of the day we ended up like this. If you love transformations, we just bought this house. We have a ton of transformations coming at you. We still have to redo the deck in the backyard, and we have some major like garage transformations, room transformations, makeover, decorating, all sorts of things in this house. So if you love that sort of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads.
celebration, celebrate.